Well, the problem is, we're starting. Hello and welcome to this next session
I forgot where I'm looking.
of The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Between a light and a witch place, or however I put it in the description. Oh, it's there at the top. Twixt a witch and a light place. And these are all the same people who were here before. Shout out to Jerry Holkins. I'm just appropriating jokes from everywhere. It's great. As denoted by the cute little badge here, I'm Tony the DM. You can catch me on social at FrontChill. Engage on there, and they'll show you how to get to me where I post pictures of cats. My cats, typically. These other people here can introduce themselves if they so desire. Let's go ahead and roll around. I was going to call you out explicitly, but you are in the middle of raccooning. So, you, sir, who are you and what are you doing?
I'm JD, and I play Armand, the psionic gemstone dragonborn ranger, who is emerald in color.
What are you doing under the desk?
Petting the one person they actually care about, not me.
It's not me either.
I walked in and Tony goes, "My favorite creature," and I'm instantly thinking, that's not me. But my name is Nathaniel, and I am playing Manny, the faceless changeling paladin, who is a knockoff Gaston.
Hell yeah. Traveling around, yes, go.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I am playing Feng, who is the red panda Harangon monk, and she's very out of her element, but we'll find out where we're going.
Oh, real quick before I get Nathaniel, cream pie.
It works.
Yep.
Why do you do that?
Huh?
Why do you do that?
You laughed too, so that's all I want to say.
So we left at you.
I'm giggling at you.
That's fair.
For those who don't understand what's happening, JD and everyone else watching needs to go watch our one shot.
Oh, okay.
That's that features that prominently.
You're trying to get us taken off the internet.
Why? Because I
Cream
say
pies
something.
have never been taken off the internet.
Also true.
No,
Although we can't.
I mean, no, you're right. It's still on the internet. It's all over the internet.
It's all over.
We store a
It's
lot
in the
of
internet. It's all up in there.
What one shot?
The one you ran, bruh.
There's cream pie in mine?
Yes. Yes.
Did I make it up, or did you? Oh, yes, I remember now.
Oh, it's like,
Yes,
All
I
right.
recall.
There are adults playing this game, but that's where.
but there are
that's-
also not adults
that's-
playing this
That's
game.
where
I'm also
the maturity ends there.
Absolutely. It does.
And lastly but not leastly,
Hi, I'm JC. I am playing Atropa, the fairy druid.
and as always, at the top of these and at the bottom of these, sometimes in between, we thank Yevget, Nomad, Doomsayer, and BACKBLAZE for helping have this happen. If you look for the Easter eggs in the background of the entire building, you'll see bits of BACKBLAZE everywhere. It's great. All right. So, without further ado, previously when we last are fairgoers, you had horrendously blackmailed two independent businessmen trying to support the arts. Two of you, their own kin.
I don't believe that's what we did.
It was atrocious. It was terrible.
There was no blackmail.
I never sent anything in the post.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
you know,
I don't know what you mean. It was it was gentle
Coercion.
yeah.
coercion.
Persuasion.
How does it go?
No,
Strong negotiations.
Yes.
But I'm sure it's all water under the bridge now,
Yeah.
We gave him the carnival back.
as you left those negotiations, and then we're like, you know what we need to do now? Commit acts of gluttony, and have moved to the delightful.
Wei Feng's been out of his element. This is finally his time.
To the feasting orchard, which I believe is slightly covered. No, it's just out of camera shot.
Oh, you've changed the direction.
Yeah.
It's under that.
So slide all that way
Yeah.
by like 4 inches.
Just stay. It's fine. We don't need all the map. Oh, you mean slide the map?
That's
That way?
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't reach
Yeah,
his
no,
marker.
that's
Stop getting refreshed with my wings.
Look. Shush. All right. What hour are we at? Are we at hour 6? Hour 8? Just
think we're
past
at
hour
the-
We're
5?
at the feasting
I
orchard.
thought we were at the
aren't
last.
top-
I thought we were at the
we're
last
here.
hour.
We're at the last hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're at the last
Okay.
hour. So we were at the dragonfly rise,
Put your
Now we'll
pen
use-
there again.
and now we're at the feasting orchard.
Use Armand.
Yeah.
All right. Let me actually.
This is
Oh ho! All the
I
names
took
are in
my
the
guy
wrong
out.
spot, but we have all the cameras, so that's what's important.
Order my guy.
Okay. So. No, yeah, still out of frame, but it's fine. It's
It's
fine.
fine.
So you see where the N is in Carnival?
Yes.
That's the edge of frame. So if it could slide even like 3 or 4 more inches over, that will. Thank you. There you go. And ta-da! There's the feasting orchard. Huzzah!
Put my multivitamin on the board.
Here,
Here.
take
This
what you
is all opalescent and shit.
like. And yeah, and these
Hope I
are
don't
here.
need a 4.
Yeah!
These are here for you to peruse at your
Let's
leisure.
get shot.
Cruising.
Feel free. Feel free to wave them at a camera and be like,
You-
"Ooh, this one's pretty."
You leisurely, intently read something?
Yes.
Yeah.
He does actually.
Cream pie.
Tony, stop!
I mean, I was still a kid that laughed when like they said dick in school and stuff.
Yeah, that was the site.
school.
That was the source he said. Yeah, right.
At work.
We talked about. Never mind.
All right. So yes, so you have made your way to the feasting orchard. These last few hours of twilight before the horrid Daystar makes its appearance on this planet, but you may not be here. You will be transported to another realm. Ha 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 ha. But for now, music and mirth radiate from this park. The heady scent of flowers, mead, and berry pie waft through the air. Stilt walkers pluck fruit from trees. Musicians drum, pipe, and strum. And everywhere there is singing, dancing, and an inordinate amount of custard. The feasting orchard bustles all through the night with the activity of storytellers, musicians, and acrobats. The feasting tables are lined with merrymakers, and dances spring up at the drop of a hat. The lot are a brave selection of you have sat yourself at the fairy cake eating contest table
Yes.
and are about to engorge on too much sugar and carbs.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
No such thing.
It is exquisite. It is delightful. Go back to episode 1 to see the delightful treats that were made by someone, I don't know. All right, so
Their ratings.
you have punched your last ticket, not metaphorically, but literally in this case. The contest table is piled high with small glazed cupcakes, each filled with a dollop of berry custard. The goal is simple.
Yes.
Eat as many cupcakes as you can within 60 seconds.
I like my chances.
Okay.
Now, who are the contestants?
Can we all be contestants?
You didn't have enough punches. You
Okay.
You-
I was about to say, I feel like
You had an extra punch,
Yeah.
and then I was like, but I want to eat the cake and ride the dragonflies, so you let me use one of your punches.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
I shall sit here and cheer people.
Yes.
Go, Tinka. Go, Tinka.
Do you wish to participate?
Yeah,
That's okay.
I'm looking. I think I have an extra punch.
No, you don't.
I don't.
These are our
But
last
you were
ones.
keen to
Oh,
go.
8 total. I thought. Okay.
Yeah, you were
I
keen
thought I
to
had
go
10.
buy another ticket though from
Yeah.
what's his
Yeah.
bucket, which is also an option,
No,
but
no, it's
I
fine.
thought we had 10, not 8. So
No.
7 more.
only 8. 8 is a auspicious number.
Yes.
And that's why I have 7 more. So.
All right. So you have been punched, or rather your ticket, and
I didn't sign up for that.
a goblin gentleman dressed in a manner that somewhat resembles the cupcakes before you. That's quite a hat. Comes out with a bell that he holds solemnly and he stands and he gets up on a little set of risers in front of the table, so that you can clearly see him from above the pile of cupcakes, and he's like, "Prepare your gullet. On your mark, wait for it." And he wings the bell around, and you hear the clang as he shouts, "Eat!" And you tuck in.
You
Now.
just see Feng's little needle teeth.
Yeah. Yeah. So, a contestant can swallow a cupcake in about 3 seconds and safely eat as many cupcakes as 3 plus its constitution modifier. For each additional cake eaten, the contestant must succeed on a constitution saving throw or take custard damage.
Oh my.
So, 60 seconds,
And I can eat I can eat 1 every 3 seconds.
at least 1 every 3 seconds.
Or
3 plus your constitution modifier. Yeah, contestant can swallow a cupcake in about 3 seconds and safely eat as many
A lot of time.
as 3 plus constitution modifier for each additional cake eaten. Oh, just a bit. Forget that last bit. All right, let's see here. All right, so you may need to keep track of your hit points for custard damage. So be aware of that.
okay.
All right.
I didn't bring my God damn it.
All right. So
I'm a paladin.
a couple people, having seen you sit down, as well as you sit down, have opted to just grab a few for themselves and then stand off and wait for the wait for the next round. Because some of them know better. All right. So it has come down to the thrice of you.
The thrice.
Yeah, the tres. And so, 60 seconds divided by 3 is 20. So that's 20 rolls, which that's too many. So let's do 5. And we'll multiply it by 4.
There we
Yeah.
go. Should we subtract the amount that we can safely eat?
No, because you are unsafely eating.
Fantastic.
That's fair.
Unless you choose to take a turn where you safely eat.
No.
That's whack.
Because should you fail your
Come on, you should have let them. They might
Should
have,
you fail
They might
your-
have been
well,
just
should you fail your saving throw, you will lose the cupcakes you attempted to eat that
Yeah.
turn. Because they don't stay in you. That's the custard damage.
Oh, it's our custard coming.
Yeah, you,
Gotcha,
you
okay.
become a
Nice.
landmine.
Oh.
As a new father, I'm sure you're
I'm
familiar.
fine.
You're integrated.
I know what that looks like and feels like.
Okay.
Alright.
And smells like.
So, I will start the ticker at 5. And the bell has rung. Make that first Constitution saving throw.
Manny eats 1 cupcake.
Plus 3. What?
Manny eats 1 cupcake.
Oh,
For
ho,
the
ho,
first
ho, ho.
Oh, we're going extra slow.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
10.
Hell yeah.
I want to roll
Wait, what was your total?
5. 10.
Okay, you managed to gag down 3 cupcakes plus your Constitution modifier.
So 3 cupcakes plus my. So that's 5.
You as well, 3 plus your Constitution modifier.
Fantastic. 6.
So you safely jam 1 into your craw
Into your craw.
and thoughtfully chew it and enjoy it.
That's good.
No.
Right.
Now let's
You,
pick up-
however, realize that you usually
Yeah.
take your time with these, and attempting to actually cram them in as fast as possible is more of a challenge than you realized.
I'm so small.
All right. There's some hiccuping. All right.
I don't have my Apple Pencil either, so I can't draw my normal thing.
4th round. Do you wish to eat 1 or attempt
Oh,
more?
Max. I just wanted 1.
All right.
He's rolling out of his mind.
All right. Make that Constitution saving
That's
throw.
a 15.
Good.
Just rolled a 2.
He rolled a 19. Plus 3, 22.
Well, more like.
I'm getting my curls in.
Roll a d8.
Oh, good God.
Oh god.
So Atropa,
That's 10.
or so not Atropa,
Waving.
Waving attempts to
I'm gonna help you.
attempts the
You gonna kill
chipmunk.
yourself?
Not much.
Wei-Fang attempts the chipmunk maneuver and shoves them into her mouth before attempting to basically reverse Louis Armstrong herself down.
Right.
It does not work.
No.
The cupcakes rebel and are expelled forth.
Did you swallow them, or are you just spitting out shoot up cupcakes?
Even if part of them made their way down, they came back up.
Yeah.
So you take 4 custard damage.
Atropa's just like,
All right.
That's another 6 cupcakes down then?
Yes, 3 plus your Constitution modifiers. How many cupcakes you are able to
Fantastic.
gobble down on top of your?
Okay, you're just looking at me. Gives up. Okay. I'm gonna do this.
Round 3. Eat.
Ah, much nicer.
This is rigged.
21.
Excellent. 3 plus your Constitution
I made
modifier
space.
in cupcakes.
Natural 20.
We call that the Menace Reset. Shout out to whatever that morning show was. What?
Natural 20.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and, well, how would I do that? It's supposed to be double the dice. 2 more cupcakes for you.
Alright.
All right.
I'm not winning.
7.
Roll a d4, roll a d8 as you attempt to shove more
That's
cupcakes.
an 8.
Are you dead?
You see Atropa or Wei-Fang attempt the.
God damn it, Tony.
We're all Klesh.
Fangs.
We are all glad.
All right, Manny, you're like, oh, the cheek thing. I could probably do that better. It's fine. And so you do the thing where you're like, but you realize that you hit your nose, and that like stops all the air compression, and you feel like a little bit of the like frosting hit your soft palate, and you're like, and then out it comes, and you feel that sting of sprinkles attempting to move their way up into your nasal cavity.
Oh
And
no!
it's that's that 8 custard damage
gonna be
right
okay?
there.
No.
Aw, you gotta make.
I've got a low constitution modifier.
JD has a low
It's
constitution.
not great.
Oh no!
So that is
I can
0.
do this as an extra action, bonus action, I think. I turn and
Oh, God.
Not
and I-
rocket.
but as I push onto I do it behind, but as I push, I heal myself for 5.
Oh,
Oh, look at this.
sneaky, huzzah!
And I heal myself for 5.
Very well, very well.
You just hear in the
No.
background like Atropa be like, "Ah."
And then round 2, eat.
I'm just gonna eat my slow pace, which is 2.
6.
I get 2
17.
cupcakes in this one.
17, huzzah! 3 plus your Constitution modifier.
Oh god.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
I
know.
die.
Huh?
He
What?
does.
He passes
does-
out from
does-
custard damage.
You're like, nah, I'm good, I got this, I'm hyped, and you shove like 4 more in, and as the third one
Yeah.
tries to slither its way down, you realize there's a backup,
Yeah.
and it's not, it's rush hour in the city, and you hiccup and like fart and then belch, but it's not belch,
And
Oh
then-
no!
and your eyes roll in the back of your head and you pass out.
Yep.
There is cheering currently.
I get a 0.
Not for either of you, though.
Exploded.
So Manny, you now have custard splatter all over you, and you lose the contest. You're unable to continue as you
Do I have to roll a death save?
fall to the ground unconscious. No, custard damage just takes you to 0. It does not necessitate.
It's non-lethal.
It does not necessitate you bleeding out.
Armand isn't wearing his wings.
No, he got up and he left and he came back. He's fine.
And then-
Armand is a giant person.
He's fine.
Final
No wonder
round.
he's winning.
Eat.
I'm gonna roll this one.
Oh, by the gods!
Wow, really?
Roll a 2.
Maybe you should switch dice.
Well, it's the
18.
last round.
Ah!
It's okay.
Get that 3 plus your. All right, roll that D8 for damage.
3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at least you didn't roll back-to-back 8s. I have 11 hit points and I healed myself for 5.
He crit himself twice. He maxed himself
I only
twice.
have 10 hit points, so I have 3 left.
I don't know what your guys' problem is.
I'm
I had
I'm
20.
a
I had
s-
28
I'm a
delicious cupcakes.
16th your size.
I hope you. I mean, you're Dragonborn. I really hope you could keep them down.
Now for my favorite part of any game, the math.
The math.
Multiply your current score of cupcakes by 5.
Oh.
Sorry, by 4. By 4.
By
By 4.
By 4.
By 4.
That's
60.
a lot of freaking cupcakes, man.
Did I win?
It's more about did I win? Wei Feng with a respectable 60.
112.
Jesus. You doubled me.
Armand
Almost.
eating near Wei Feng's body weight in cupcakes stands up and daintily tips the corners of his mouth as
Atropa's just like,
the cupcake goblin Terrence strides across the table from his cupcake podium and holds up your hand high, but a little bit away in case there's any last minute ejection. But he stands strong. He's like, "This is winner of the fair cake eating contest. Come on!"
While Wei Feng is clapping, she's using her foot to pick up one more and just sort of like,
really?
just gotta eat it.
Just gonna go for it.
This one I'm gonna savor.
Okay.
And so he
I'm gonna taste this
dingles the bell in front of your face, and out of it rises a cupcake. And he's like, "Your prize, another cupcake."
Don't eat it yet. Don't eat it yet.
And as you know,
I
as
can't.
as insiders,
Yeah.
you know that the prize for winning the contest is a cupcake that functions like a potion of invisibility.
Ooh.
The whole cupcake must be eaten to gain this benefit. So even the muffin stump.
That was my nickname in college.
Yeah, girl. What's up?
I'm really amused by like the polar opposite of like reactions, giggles and
I think I blushed.
Okay.
And amidst the cheering and giggling and the singing that continues its way through there's a small crowd around Manny, giving him the you may have lost this fight but you're still a champion situation.
I feel like every game we've played, you've cheated and lost.
You didn't cheat this time.
No.
himself in the middle.
No, yeah. He has strongmanned the rules of every single game to try and give himself a leg up, but has committedly failed.
That's the.
So good.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it checks out.
And so as you sort of recover, nothing can clean. Although the custard may be swept away, the stain of your loss hangs. It is a deep blotch on your soul.
Easy. When I win the monarchy, it'll all be okay. It will all be forgotten.
Speaking of which, criers and horns and bells are being wailed and waved
Do
through.
we heal back our custard damage?
Yes. Yes. Explicitly. At the end of the contest, all contestants regain their hit points they lost from taking custard damage.
Thank you.
Yes.
I had plenty of them before. I got plenty of them now.
They call me the Mouth Armand.
The mouth. Armand, the mouth.
That's right. Also a great metal band. No. So yeah, the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch is upon you. So, Most of the Carnival Star have a part to play in Coronation, which celebrates the joyous zeal of a single guest. I imagine you make your way to the big top with the majority of everyone else at the fair
Oh, yeah.
for the coronation.
Yep.
Excellent.
Hate it.
Wow, I'm dark. Wow. Oh, it's because the light went out. Okay, that's all good.
Do you want me to turn it back on?
Yeah, maybe.
Thanks, Manny. thanks real quick. It's not that one.
You gotta go upstairs. Up and around.
Actually, maybe I should have had you do it because it's been a little
He's
faster.
lost.
It's all good. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let me You all assemble in the tent with the other fairgoers, albeit with a certain sense of connectedness, shall we say, to the fair now. Not just from being hands and this being your family, but also now having been heavily invested in its fate and inner workings, and the travails that may yet meet you as a result. As the spectators take their seats in the big top, Durlagron the Displacer Beast escorts Mr. Witch from his wagon to the coronation. You know that they leave Thaco behind to guard the staff area. Mr. Witch and Durlagron stand on the sidelines next to Candlefoot as Mr. Light gives an opening speech before the monarch is selected. Candlefoot holds the hat box containing the monarch's crown. Mr. Light gives a fairly rousing introductory speech about how the carnivals is supposed to be a place of joy and excitement and wonder, and you know how every guest helps be part of that by adding to the atmosphere, etc. But of course, we love to celebrate the most, the extraist.
To the most extra.
And you guys know that Mr. Light's Witchlight Vein selects the monarch from the carnival's guests, spinning a thread of golden light that winds its way to the chosen reveler.
When the light starts to go, I start slowly going.
Make me a persuasion check. Manny, would you like to help him to give him
I was
advantage?
really good at eating.
And that's all I got.
I got a 6.
Oh, goodness.
Manny, under your breath, do you also start chanting, Manny,
He
Manny?
does not.
Oh, okay.
Would anyone like to give Armand a
I have
hand
no charisma.
by also chanting?
It's
No,
just
no.
a help action.
Say, I help Armand.
I
and
help
that-
Armand.
And that will give him
an
advantage.
Yeah, advantage.
That's a
Welcome
3.
to D&D. All right, what was it
He
total?
used all the good rolls eating.
Yeah, all right.
Yes, I'm good at certain things and not others.
So as the crowd is hushed and the vein is held aloft, the crowd goes quiet, except for Armand.
And Feng.
I'm like, Atropa's like,
A bunch of the people around you who are not immediately in awe of the gold sparkling off of the witchlight vein sort of look at you sideways like, please stop talking. Okay? Why are you like this?
I am but a child.
Auspiciously enough, more eyes are drawn to your group as these sparkles of gold that come out of the topmost gem of the witchlight vein spread out into sort of a dome and then recoalesce into 4
You have a cold nose?
individual threads that drift down towards each of your heads
Oh.
as if attempting to coalesce over some sort of force field of the 4 of you.
I just.
And
had
I
it going
chose
so
it?
The various strands fluctuate in thickness
Oh.
and brightness,
Oh.
which you two know that means that there's some contention
It's measuring.
of who of you, all of you are of enough cheer to sit on the throne and wear the crown. However, it has not yet been decided which of you should be it.
No.
It's
So-
like the
Feng
it's like the
jump-
loading screen of Mario Party at the end of the game. You're right in the store zone.
Feng jumps up and bats at the string playfully.
Excellent.
Is adorable.
How would you like to?
Interact
Would
with
you also like to increase your chance to be the monarch?
Yeah.
How do you wish to bring further joy to the assemblage?
Oh, I am going to.
I don't know what boo 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 is.
You don't have
This
to
is
know
a-
what boo
this-
boo boo is.
This is a family show.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Cream
Don't worry
pie.
about it. Okay. So I am going to make it. I'm going to
Rain.
use. Yeah, I'm going to make it rain, but not actually.
Silver pieces.
All right.
Coins.
So I'm going to use Druid Craft to make it look as though, or to make it have like small falling like flower petals, like all around wherever my radius is. It just says 5 foot cube. So a 5 foot cube around me, between me and everyone else, are all these like beautiful multicolored flower petals that are just falling from the sky.
Magical. Manny, how do you wish to clinch your exquisite lead of this evening's?
How thick are the strands?
They're about. They're
thick yarn.
thick yarn, heavy rope.
Does it look like I can it hold me?
No,
No.
It's like
it is a effervescent light.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
not
can feel
grabbing
free
it,
to
just
try.
like-
You feel free to grab at it.
I'm playing with it like a cat would.
What was your plan?
Yeah.
Should it be more corporal?
Oh, I didn't really have. We were just. we got athletics. We got athletics. and we
tentatively
were-
be like,
Yeah.
You were just gonna PE like climb it up.
Well,
and
no.
be
I
like,
was,
You
I was
hadn't
gonna
decided
swing
yet.
on. I was gonna swing around.
you know, tightrope.
make me an Arcana check.
Arcana.
Wow.
A natty ice.
Natty Ice!
It really is.
That's sweet. That's sweet. Uno.
It is.
All right.
Best
Yeah.
you can get.
You grasp it with confidence and attempt to hoist and bunk yourself in the head as you realize that no, it's light, and that you can't in fact hold on to it. You feel like in another universe you actually would have, but
Yeah.
not this time. With that realization, you know what? We're gonna go with that. All right. Armand, do you wish to further
Sure.
escalate?
So Armand drops down and covers his head and jumps up and manifests spectral wings and flies up
My
about 10 feet.
Ooh.
Does a spin and comes back down and bows.
Oh man.
Excellent.
I've lost my creativity. I'm not allowed to do that.
All three
I
of you, or each of you, feel free to make me a performance check.
Yeah.
All right, I'm doing this one on the computer so it can watch. It can be the reason I roll bad.
Oh wow.
I will blame the algorithm. Oh no, what was that? Yeah, what was it?
One times one is one.
Oh,
I've got a.
Manny.
Did you get a one?
No,
Or
he
you got,
did.
oh my god.
All back to back.
Still one.
Twice ones. Wow.
back.
Wow, tonight.
I rolled one on here
Let it
and
go
the
already.
computer.
It's not meant.
You're welcome. The cutest shit ever. I got a 5.
It was a good attempt.
Yeah.
But a lot of people think it's actually a
Part of the witch light.
a jubilant halfling bedecked in flowers next to you.
Oh, that's funny.
She is adorable. It's hard to compete with that, but someone did. Oh, what was yours?
17.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, that was, yeah, everyone went, ooh, but the factor of Wei Feng just
Somehow she manages to look like one of those Disney cartoons where like the animal eyes like get really big and
Yeah, right after you bonk yourself, you drop an expletive, and that kind of puts people off, and it's, you know,
It's a family show.
Yeah, it's a family show.
Family show.
I do have to remind myself of
And with that, the tendrils recoalesce over Wei Feng, who is bathed in golden light.
She does a backflip. So excited.
Gotta do a front flip for style.
Well, that would be more of a tumble.
roll.
All right. You are paraded to a throne in front of Palash's large fishbowl
Oh, nice. Very
in the
nice.
center of the ring. Mr. Witch removes the crown of golden butterflies from the hat box and places it on the monarch's head. Mr. Light knights the monarch with the witchlight vein. Happy clowns shower thee in glitter. Witch and Light escort the monarch in a circuit of the stage while Palasha the mermaid sings a joyous song and pixies flutter all around her. When Palasha's song concludes, Mr. Light leads the monarch on a parade through the carnival with the other guests following as Burley the bugbear sets off fireworks. Meanwhile, Durlegrand escorts Mr. Witch back to his wagon along with Candlefoot and the box. As you know that at the end of the night, the crown will magically reapparate itself into that hat box, which they should really do with the watch. Anyway,
Just saying.
yeah. So
Someone paid my portrait, so I remember this forever.
and you also realize something that was never shared as hands, that the monarch realizes instantly as the crown is placed on their head. You now have the charm of the monarch.
Ooh. I can't write that. My notes is to my pencil.
Why can't you? Oh,
Because it's set to my Apple Pen.
Right.
I don't want to change the settings. I'll put it in my notepad over here.
Maybe not.
I have the charm.
You don't have a thing for that?
I might.
Is it
It's-
unicorn horn?
It's not. Don't worry about it. I might have. It's not technically an item, but it's cool enough that should be. But yes.
No, we don't. Oh, no, I shouldn't look at that. Keep it.
So, charm of the monarch. You can sprout a pair of beautiful butterfly wings.
Yay!
As long as you have the wings, you gain flying speed equal to your walking speed. And you gain a +5 bonus on all charisma-based ability checks.
That would
These
have given me +10.
These effects last for 1 hour. After you use this charm 3 times, it vanishes from you.
Well, what was the bit about charisma check?
+5 bonus to all.
Awesome, because I have shit charisma.
But of course, you have the title of Witchlight Monarch for a lifetime.
That's true.
So these are all actual items, so I think that's gonna be it for that. Yeah. All right. As the fair winds down, sort of that end of party vibe where some people are just loath to leave, and little by little Burley and Northwind and some of the others. You typically are enlisted as one of the more imposing members of the hands to participate, but not this evening. It's your night off, and you're soon to be on furlough.
No.
Yeah.
Start escorting people out of the carnival. And Mr. Light, as the as the crown dissipates from your temple, he looks around and he's like, well, I guess we best get you on your way.
Okay. That was fun. Why did I wait this long to do that?
He smiles and he's like, yes. And thank you all for making it worth the while this evening. You hear an affirmative grunt from behind you as Mr. Witch joins you as well. He does not seem quite as dour as a few moments ago, or earlier this evening. They escort you to the Hall of Mirrors, the Hall of Illusion. You skirt the dress as you are all aware of its properties at this time. As Witch and Light move through the Hall of Illusions, their reflections in the mirrors show them as gloomy Shatterkai children, with your own youthful reflections following behind. Because you now notice, in this somewhat more somber setting, that the Hall of Illusions have a unique aspect to them. Rather, Armand and Wei Feng will recall this, but Manny and Atropa will now realize, without the intensity of rescuing a fellow fairgoer, that the tall mirrors that line the interior walls of the tent, near the entrance, they reflect the onlookers in their youth. Their images grow steadily older until the mirrors deep within the hall have reflected onlookers in their twilight years. As you scrutinize your reflection...
When I look at it, what do I see?
I was just about to ask, what does that look like for a young Manny?
Yeah, like,
You're
is
old.
it myself or like a young, I don't know.
That's up to you.
Is it?
I believe that's
I-
however Manny identifies how they see themselves as young,
Then yeah.
moving on into slightly older.
Then people are probably confused when they see the gray-faced young child. But that's what they see.
And what does it look like, say, 20-some years down the road?
More attractive young woman now. Blonde, but still like gray-faced. Yeah, I can find a photo of what in my head what it
No,
would
it's good. Love it. Armand, what does a young wormling Armand look like?
Just a little rocky, stout thing toddling back and
Kind
forth.
of cloudy.
Kind of cloudy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. And then as a more mature worm,
A more mature worm is probably hunched and sauntering forward, but happy still.
Look like a dragon graveler.
Yeah.
Just
Wei Feng.
well, Wei Feng is a child right now, so Wei Feng still looks like a little young pup. But in her more mature years, is just lost all her red except for maybe her cheeks, and is all grayed and not. I want to say Wei Feng is just as limber. I think she's one of those yoga grandmas. It's still.
The
It's still
Tai Chi
moving.
grandma.
Yeah.
And yeah.
100%. She's a monk. Yeah, she's still Tai Chi grandma.
Atropa.
So Atropa would look more or less the same. Like still about the same size in her younger years as she is now, and if she were to go to Twilight years, she'd still be about the same size. The difference being that in her younger years, like her hair is just like styled differently, a different sort of outfit, much like a young child. And then in her Twilight years, the colors are muted. So like the hair color is not a bright shock of pink, it's more of a pastel pink. The same with like the wings and the clothing. They're the same colors, but just like muted. Like there was like a cast over them.
Aha. Excellent.
Same colors through palette.
Yeah.
Before you quite get there, as you now recall it the first time you wandered in, you get to about where you're at now in the hall, and you don't quite get to see Wizened, Light, and Witch. They call you to a halt. The mirrors now reflect everyone's true age. Mr. Witch addresses you in hushed toned, everything you seek, and more lies beyond this mirror. If you mean to step through, then stand in front of the glass and repeat this rhyme. Hither, thither, here and there, wander yonder, show me where. Who will be first to approach?
Hither, thither, here and there, show me.
Wander yonder,
Wander
show
yon-
me where.
Wander yonder, show me. Wander yonder, show me. This will take us outside of the carnival to find the hacks.
Mr. Light clarifies,
Bless you.
when you step through the looking glass,
Mm-hmm.
you will be in Prismere, which is
Oh.
where you have asked to be taken.
Yes, okay. Atropa steps up and goes, see you on the other side! Hither, thither, here and there, wander yonder, show me where! And then just like jumps.
A specific looking glass sparks to life between the two of them, swirls with mystic energies, and you are able to yeet yourself through the looking glass. Let me get this in here for the.
Yeet.
You can see this artwork.
You
in
are
other
then yoted.
places.
I've been
Great.
yoted into the realms.
Feyot. But yeah, actually, if you want to go ahead and pass that around and take in some of the details. There's a little bit of a wibble wobble as her fairy wings pass the threshold, and they look around for the next brave soul.
Feng goes and hugs both Mr. Light and Mr. Witch and says, I'm glad that this is where I was born and where I got to learn how to be me.
You get the slightest wink from Mr. Witch, and Mr. Light's like, "Us too, Wei Feng. I'm sure you'll be back."
And then she walks up to the mirror and then completely loses her nerve and then runs back to Armand and takes his hand like, I can't go alone.
Armand walks forward and says, "We'll be back." And I go up to the mirror and I
And together,
hither, thither,
here and
here
there.
there, wander yonder, show me where. And we step through.
Mist swirls in the mirror, blotting out your reflection. You step through and into the next realm. Manny.
You know, me not winning the monarchy is almost an atrocity as long as it took. What's the actor? Took him forever to get an Oscar? I don't know. The joke's not as funny if I can't
Leonardo
remember.
DiCaprio?
Yeah. But hither, thither, here and there, show me where.
Wander yonder, show me where.
It only like halfway goes. It's like
You get a very light, delicate hand on your shoulder from Mr. Light, and Mr. Witch speaks. He says, "Mind the rule of three, future, present, past." And Mr. Light says, "Find the alicorn and free the dormant queen at last."
Ooh, you got an extra
Find the
hint.
island?
alicorn. Alicorn?
Alicorn.
Alicorn, that's right.
Alicorn.
Yeah.
A-L-I-C.
Find the alicorn and what?
And
And free the dormant queen at last.
free the dormant queen. Hither, thither, here and there.
Wander yonder.
Here and there.
Show me where.
As you finally get it right, the glass swirls before you, and with all your mustered bravery, you leap forth into the mirror. At least that's what you'll tell people as you feel the weight of both Mr. Witch and Light giving you some oomph to get you into the mirror. And then
And then Wei Feng has a panic attack because she's not in her circus and everything's gonna eat her.
you feel muted sounds, muted sight, muted smell, as if you've been put in a box, as a rushing sensation swirls around. And in a moment of terror, you see an entire landscape above you from miles above. You see the land of Prismere, almost divided into 3 sections before cloud burst of white obscures your view, and then with a sort of elevation pop of the ear, you find yourself standing at the edge of a raised, broken causeway under a hazy twilight sky. The causeway, which is built from pale stones that glow faintly from within, towers over the surrounding landscape, but large sections of it have crumbled away. The parts that remain in place are separated by large gaps where portions have collapsed. A fog-shrouded swamp spreads out below you in all directions, and up from its murk wafts the smell of rotting plants. Also rising from the swamp is the music of nature, a discordant symphony of croaking frogs and singing birds. In a moment of clarity of the clouds, you see the realm of Hither.
Of which one? Hither?
Hither.
Hither.
The first of the rhyme. Hither, thither, there, and yon. Feel free to pass that around and then place it under the battle map when we get there. Seeming for a moment, the cloud cover sort of breaks, allowing you to take in this vista as all of you find yourselves atop this causeway, this road.
The Queensway?
Yep.
Are we on the bottom, the southern section, I'm assuming?
Yes. Pretty much where it starts to appear in the map. Right there by the cube. Roughly, the highway is 20 feet wide and 100 feet above the swamp. Large, colorful shelf mushrooms cling to the lower half of each support pillar.
Are these balloons flying around?
Funny you should mention that. In the distant sky, you spot a great balloon made of patchwork material. It spins out of control.
Oh, he's got a thing.
As
Oh,
though
no.
punctured, causing the wicker basket that hangs from it to swing wildly. The balloon careens and plunges out of sight, disappearing into the fog approximately a mile away.
And we are over. About a mile, you said?
Yep.
Can you see this in the map? Is that...
That is excellent. Thank you. Sorry for the pops.
This is bad ASMR.
Is there ever good ASMR?
No.
I disagree. You ever seen? There's some chick on Twitch. They just like suck on stuff.
It looks like this, but a bit more
like mine.
beat up.
A bit more beat up.
For like
Here's a balloon.
For
Thank you.
Might be.
It's definitely sort of made out of sort of like a medicine ball situation.
Where are we gonna put these?
we're gonna fly on it.
I mean, I've got a box.
Oh, we're just gonna pack them up. We're not gonna display them and make like a little diorama.
We absolutely should.
I
don't
thought you
know
meant us as the characters. I was like,
No.
we're gonna fly.
No,
on it.
thank
what
you
do
for.
you mean?
Duh, I know exactly what I'm fucking doing with this.
So it landed where?
About a mile away. I don't remember what
I
direction
don't know.
though.
This looks like it puts the lotion on the skin, or else it gets the hose again. Like,
Well, the realm of Thither does have some very earthy themes in
You
it.
keep saying. It sounds like you keep saying thither, not hither.
thither.
Is it hither?
Sorry, sorry. This is Hither.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, my
It,
bad.
it sounds like you're saying thither, and I was like,
I-
pick one.
I
Pick
may,
one.
I may accidentally be saying it. That's my bad.
Oh, I'm not in the thing anymore.
No, you are no longer at the Witchlight Carnival. You are no longer required to wear Witchlight wings.
I don't know. You are a fairy.
I am a fairy,
Although
but I think I'm
if
gonna find
you
better
use
ways
your
to
thing,
live.
you gotta put them back
I'll
on.
put them on when I have.
Use your what?
My my monarch abilities. I'll put them back on.
It's actually starting to hurt.
It's even orange like monarchs.
Ew.
It was written in the stars.
Gosh, may you try.
Oh, that really is only a mile. That's not far. But it feels like it's far.
Feels so far away.
Nate, the
Like that's a
master
mile.
cartographer of fantasy lands.
I really like that.
I need to do a thing. I'll be right back.
Want us to take a little quick break?
I need to. You guys can vote. I'll be right back.
Well,
Vote.
she can fly to the bottom of the causeway, so she's good.
Yeah.
She has a fly speed. Well, the rest of y'all jerks doing, unless you want to stay up here.
I mean,
No, she
And the
probably-
road does end, right? Like we don't presently have a way to cross this bridge.
100%.
Yeah, so I feel like we gotta go down to the thing.
Let's climb down. Let's go check out this balloon.
do
Look,
I?
it's not that far. It's right there.
Am I still missing my
'Cause
creativity?
Otherwise, we can like
Oh,
we could do a rope across and
let me double
try
check.
to figure it out that way. But
I-
is this like a swampy area? Sorry.
Yes,
Yes.
But
absolutely.
does the
Yes.
ground look solid though? Like we could stand on it? Or no?
Currently, yes, but there are some features to this land that you will discover little by little.
I'm assuming it's a creek.
How high are we?
That's a good question.
You're currently 100 feet up,
Oh, we can survive that.
How
but-
much rope?
Oh, we're level 1.
How much rope?
but
I've got 50
without
I
much
got 50.
difficulty. Handholds and footholds carved into each pillar lead down to the mushrooms, where you can then traverse down from the mushrooms as ledges.
Easy money.
You can use the handholds and footholds and shelf mushrooms to descend the pillar safely, or you can accomplish it the same feat using climbing gear. No ability checks required in either case. Feather fall, spider climb, flying, similar, allow you to reach the ground safely, and any character who tries to climb a pillar without using handholds, footholds, or climbing gear, or magic, must succeed on a strength check, but why would you do that?
I'm gonna use the
Why
hand, I'm gonna
would you
use
do
the
that?
handholds and footholds to climb it
Yeah.
successfully
To-
and safely
To descend.
to descend into madness.
I just ride Armand's shoulder.
Nice. Pro strats.
I'm a dragon man, not a horse.
Volcano load dope.
I've seen the other side. I don't need to see it again. I'll take the safe way down.
Yeah. Been there, done that. No thanks.
All right. Y'all.
Look at the snail.
Yeah, it's good. It's fine. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Cool. Great. All right.
That go.
I love that guy.
He's mean and old.
That's what I aspire to be.
So you're all able to descend safely. I imagine you just fly down.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. As your character, I imagine Armand would reach the ground last.
Just be like,
Catch me! As he's got a little bit of a nice. As he's got a little bit of an extra load.
How much do you weigh?
You notice a giant crane
How much do you weigh?
squawks in surprise and flies off away. Sticky mud squelches beneath your feet.
It's 15 pounds.
Oh,
Tangled mangroves grow out of pools of rippling water, half hidden by the thick fog, and purple mushrooms cling to the rotting logs and stumps scattered throughout the marsh. Crickets that glow like fireflies chirp serenely before they're snatched out of the air by tongues of hungry frogs. Coming from one direction are several voices joined in a marching song. The singing grows louder as 6 bipedal rabbits wearing clothing emerge from the fog. 2 of them tug at the reins of a giant snail, and the other carries clubs and slings. Their song is, "With sticks and stones we'll break your nose, we'll beat you blind and steal your clothes, but none among us can compare to one wily, swift, and stand-up hare. The scarf that's glorious, thief notorious, his deeds are truly meritorious.
That one.
With a wink and a grin, he'll take off running, quick as a bolt, his long scarf trailing. Gasping, grasping, you'll end up flailing, You'll pout, you'll moan, you'll huff, you'll sneer. Thanks to Agnon Longscarf, Brigand Prince of Prismere.
Algon?
Algon.
Algon Longscar.
Yes.
Prince, really.
Brigand Prince.
Brigand Prince.
Mm-hmm. It's like a Prince of Thieves.
Yeah.
You
Like
played by
Robin
Kevin
Hood.
Costner.
In a shaking, tiny voice into Armand's ear, I knew they always told me that if I left the circus, somebody would come and get me another here.
I think we'll be fine.
You ever had escargot?
We'll just talk to them.
You ever had escargot?
Oh, we will now.
The written one,
It's got a big one. How big is a giant snail?
it's like the ones that we rode in the
Yes.
in the circus.
Oh, right.
Hello,
So this is what one of the brigands looks like.
you brigand.
They're technically my cousins.
Brigands?
Well, they're
Brigands?
Aragon.
Oh.
So
Super distant. Go ahead and spread him around. And then you met this guy last time.
We did it.
Feel free to set him
Dude, he
down.
looks like Bugs Bunny,
Neil.
but badass.
Well, badass.
Just like that.
Dude, he's also got better style than me. Look at that jacket. And the Slav squad.
That's not right, man.
I like
And
the
the-
Slav squad, dude.
He does have the Slav
He's got stripes. He's got the Adidas pants on.
do.
on this side of Tony's thing has him.
Yeah.
No, this is
Is the
Has long
long
scarf.
this is
scarf.
yes, but none of these have an amazingly long scarf.
Oh.
Mu-
That one does.
None of them look like them.
Not the guys that we see in front of us.
No.
Oh, no,
no,
that's
I'm
what
saying
she's
that-
saying.
That is
That's-
whom's they're singing about.
Yes, that's what we were saying.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was like,
Where were they
I was like,
traveling
what the fuck are you
down?
talking about? That's not a long scarf.
You climb down into the marsh,
Where
and
are
they have now appeared out of the mist, also on the floor of the marsh with you.
Okay.
Oh,
It sounds like there's a little bit of a pause as they come singing towards you, and have sort of have at thee your GP or HP.
Oh. Oh, yes, no.
they what do they?
They're threatening us.
So
Yeah, they-
yes, kind of. All right, so there are
Yeah, they're about to get intimidated.
there are 6 of them total.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
4 of them are on their feet with clubs and slings, and they look like they're ready to fight if necessary, but not in a not actively aggressive. And then there's 2 more that seem to be just sort of like prodding the snail along to keep up. And yeah, there's a lead one who's like, "This is a robbery. If you resist, we'll beat you black and blue."
Oh.
I
How
I
close?
pull out my I believe it's a sword. What sword is
I was just saying, are we nosebleeding?
my
I went back
long
for my
sword
bamboo.
and my shield. I'm like, I don't think you want to do that. And I try to intimidate him.
Oh ho!
I'll put my shield on too.
All right, make me an intimidation check
12.
with advantage.
21.
All right.
Did you roll in advantage?
Yeah, because I rolled 12
Oh,
on the
you're
thing,
12.
and then
No,
I did.
just no
I did
attacks.
one of
No,
each.
no.
Just making sure. Yeah, you gotta split it out, man.
Dude, you say that when I rolled one here, back to back.
So as you all sort of calmly are like, you see the lead one who sort of was like, well, you know, pay up, seemed to have some sort of gourd that they were about to bring up for some reason. But as soon as you were like, I don't think so, and Armand was like, tap tap, right? They were like, never mind, let's go, okay, cool, yeah. And then they start pushing the snail the other way, and the snail looks very upset about this, just pushing around there like, bye,
Don't turn
worry
it
about
on,
it,
guys.
don't, bye.
Nice song though.
That's good. Credits will do.
You get one of them, and he's like,
I mean, as they go by, I just look at the snail and I'm like, I love you.
would you like to coerce the snail?
I don't want to coerce the snail. Like I don't want to be like
We
I
can
love
take this.
you.
We can take the snail from these guys.
I just sort of like petting him gently as they're prodding him along.
We have to convince Manny why we have to
It
do
was like, sounds like we can have a new pet.
Yeah. You just have to make.
Make me an animal handling check with advantage.
Let's see. First is a 6, and the second is a.
I thought you were preparing
24.
for a roll, but I didn't. I was like, it's not you.
It itches.
As you sort of flight in between
So we're
them,
doing
as they're
this,
like,
it's
we're
like-
sorry, we're going. Don't worry about it.
I just patting the sail.
And the snail just stops, and like the little stalk sort of like caresses itself into your hand,
Uh huh.
and they're like, "Move, you stupid snail!"
Oh, he's not stupid.
And they're like, "It's our snail. It's not very smart, so it's stupid. It's
No,
fine."
he's not stupid.
The snail is not moving for anything. They're like, "Come, get-" like they've like done the jalopy thing
Yeah.
where they're all around it trying to push it
Be
forward,
nice. Maybe then he'll move.
and they're like looking back at Manny and Armand, being like, "I am a super predator," and
Hey, we are apex predators.
with,
that's right.
with the cowering red panda.
yeah,
This is why I made so mean to your snail.
and they're like, "It's your snail now, bye," and they like take the pack off of it and sort of just like scatter off into the
Did it
into
leave
the
the
mist.
reins?
Huh?
Did it leave the reins on it? You said there was reins.
No, they took all that off, but the snail is sort of just there, and you feel one of the other stalks start to like try and figure out if there's like a snack somewhere.
Can I
See,
have-
Manny had to step away while you guys performed thievery.
Yeah, total thievery. Total thievery right now.
There's no you guys. I'm over here with you.
I am
They
gonna
paid us.
make.
Sorry, you win.
Fair.
I pick up. Is there any sort of flora around me on the ground?
Yeah, having had some experience with some other giant snails, you pick up a particularly lush leaf
Yeah.
and
And
sort of
yeah.
push it towards its orifice.
Yeah.
And
Yes, that's slimy.
it
I love
starts to just like
Yeah.
like the Cabbage Patch dolls that would
Yeah.
eat things, just sort of pulls it in.
Yeah.
Those are recalled. Don't get your finger stuck.
That's right. Exactly. Well, this one you can probably just right back out like a piece of spaghetti that you.
I flit over to Feng and I'm like, he's so friendly, and I put my slimy hand
Oh, on
your
the
shoulder.
fur.
Get
And I
down.
go,
Get
he's
down.
so friendly, you should play with him. And then I walk away. Or flit away.
I was gonna say the slime does not bug Fang, and she indeed she. It looks like she's like I want to go, but like if I leave our mom, somebody's gonna eat me. But I want to go touch this nail. And
Go touch the snail.
okay.
I was going to say, you guys have handled snails in the circus before. Like, these are the type
Yeah,
of
but
Yeah,
this
no,
is-
she loves the snails.
Yeah.
Loves the snails. But
The Armand is fine with the slime and the snails and all
Yeah.
that. JD
Yeah,
does
yeah.
not like the nasty.
Wei Fang refuses to touch the ground, so when she flips off, she like bounces off of you to like ricochet to get to the snail. No. If I touch ground in this land, they're gonna
She's playing
know.
with floor as a loft.
Basically, floor is lava. They'll cover me.
So I do like the underhand chin scritches on the snail,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm like, you want to be a friend? You can be our friend, or you can go. I don't care.
She whispers into the snail, "What's your name?"
You ask the snail for his name.
Can you drive me to the ball?
I don't have speak with animal yet, so I can't tell you the snail's name. I can just tell you if maybe.
Yeah, the two eye stalks regard you. The two eye stalks regard you dumbly.
Stumpy?
You see no discernible difference in the wave of the eye stalks.
It looks like
Stumpy.
it's Stumpy. Okay, Stumpy. Let's figure out how to steer you. What's your
Can we
s-
all fit on this giant snail, or how big is this?
No, I don't think we can all film.
I'm not gonna sit on it.
Maybe 3 of us, excluding Armand.
I mean, Armand, that is. There
I'll-
are
I'll-
3 of them.
Only Armand over the 3 of us.
Like I said that.
What did the giant snails eat in the circus?
Yeah, plants.
Plants.
Yeah,
Plants.
yeah.
Um,
You guys have a like a fern connection.
Cool. We go,
As
I go find some.
As
fur.
I walk up, I say, "Stumpy's got a dumpy." Smack the back of her shells, so I hop on.
Well, I
Wei-
don't like that.
Wei Feng pulls the rope out of her pack and goes, "Will you hold this in your mouth, Stumpy?"
You see the sticky mouth hole
Yeah.
sort of pop open just a little bit.
There you go. And then she pulls the rest of the rope back. And goes, okay.
Do I find any fern within like?
Oh yeah,
40 feet of us?
Yeah, this place is
Alright,
chock a
just-
block with green foliage. It's
Foliage.
yeah.
Foliage.
That's what he
Sure.
said. That's what he said.
I said foliage. It's fine.
Oh, so you don't get to make that joke.
I know. Yeah. Darn.
It wasn't said
Darn.
with a strange inflection. It was said incorrectly.
You still don't
Yes,
get to make
same
that joke.
thing.
I say things. I say things wrong all the time.
We
It's
knew what he
great.
meant.
No, that's fine.
All right, I collect some and I just have it kind of. I pile some of it in my bag to feed him, feed Stumpy as we go.
Stumpy.
Yeah, you still lack a sense of creativity.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Boom. The curses are that curse is linked to your missing rattler.
Okay.
So can I use my animal handling checks to see if I can get the snail to move with us?
Oh, with the 24 already,
Yeah.
you can get them. You can direct it. Basic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, and just I take the little rope that you've made. And I'm like, I think I got this. And I'm like, all right, Stumpy, let's go forward.
So, to what destination are you pointing,
To the
Stumpy.
balloon.
Fair Stumpy?
To the balloon.
To whatever direction the balloon went towards.
That would it appeared to be in the area of
Where we climbed down from?
Slanty Tower,
Okay, so that's where we're headed.
about a mile away from where you climbed down. Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yep. Is it on the other side of the creek?
The creek.
Yeah.
Oh, everything's on the other side of a creek here. That creek is just to help further denote that everything here is damp.
Yes.
But
do we have to cross said creek?
it's you're gonna have to go through water many times.
I guess we're
before you
riding
get
on him.
But
I,
yeah, if you want to keep your boots dry, staying on Stumpy helps. He can carry all of you. He doesn't like that particularly, but he'll do it.
I also shift down and turn back into my normal
Hey.
girl self.
Little girl size.
She's I don't know how old. I think it's 17.
Well, she
but
turned into a little
smaller.
girl to get the child price. So
But I didn't remember my actual age. Might have
Yeah.
been like 19. Sorry, I think it was. I'll have to look. But I turned into smaller than Buff Gaston.
there you go.
You wanna
Yeah.
hop over one.
Currently,
No, I'm not gonna want
the
that.
sticky mud of the exposed swamp bottom is difficult terrain.
Have fun.
And actually, yeah, Armand, go ahead and make me a survival check, please. Actually, everyone feel free to make that survival check.
15.
You are ready, aren't you?
I don't have any proficiency though.
Ooh,
14.
17.
14.
Excellent. You all notice a large patch of mud, which appears to be particularly sucky. And you're like, Armand, and he's like, I saw it.
Yeah, don't.
And you definitely maneuver around it, but you anticipate that that would be really annoying to get sucked into. You also notice in the distance there appears to be these large stone rings. You see one even farther out seems to burble with water, and you will have a foreboding sense of that.
Well then.
Let's see here. Shall we? Maybe. No, let's go ahead and go for it. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. So, you make your way to Slanty Tower, which you don't know that's what it's called yet, but you are
Tower looks crooked.
curious about this balloon. Yes.
The leaning
A crumbling stone tower rises out of the swamp, leaning at such an angle that it threatens to keel over. Black brambles surround the base of the tower and cling to its lower half. Hanging from the crenellations on the lower side of the tower's peak is a large woven basket at the end of a tangle of ropes and tattered fabric. The basket dangles 30 feet above the surface of the swamp. The Leaning Tower itself is about 50 feet tall and 20 feet in diameter. And, let's see here.
I think there's a castle in the distance. The north
Is
distance.
the fog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, it's not giving me north and south where I need
Although
for
that
certain
would make
things to
sense,
be.
'cause the bridge would lead somewhere.
That's fair. Or maybe it once led somewhere.
Although I do want to go over to this guy.
Oh, I'm squished right here. In the corner.
Oh, there he
It's cute.
It's
is.
cute.
Eyes
it's
do
cute.
look funny. We're like on the side. We're like too far on the side there. Looks like a.
It's like a chameleon.
So, as you approach, you can also
Oh,
make
yeah.
out.
The hair guy here.
His eyes are like
He's like,
shifted.
I mean, technically a bunny should look like that. They're kind of on the sides of their faces.
True,
Uh,
this looks funny because we're used to the
Yeah.
From a distance, you can see that there is an open door at the bottom on the side opposite where the basket is hanging, and there are the black brambles, which are within 30 feet of the tower,
Oh,
and
I see.
cluster in a dense patch around the open doorway.
Okay.
Black brambles are the plants.
I wanna-
Yeah.
Black brambles, thorny.
Okay, that's not
Yeah.
that. That's
I
not
wanna-
the name of the
I
brigand
wanna go to the
game.
hill with all the
No,
feet.
Okay.
they look like the thorns in like Sleeping Beauty.
A little bit.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
that are coming out the cabin.
Like thorny ivy.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It's thick
Bramble.
though.
Gamble on that.
Whoa, Black Betty of Brambleland.
Ramble on.
How do you wish to approach the tower?
I don't.
Huzzah! Where else will you go?
The ball.
Wait, yeah,
Which is the balls on the other side of the tower? You said? I'm sorry.
Oh
was a lot
yeah.
of
So
information.
the
Balloon.
balloon is dangling off of one edge of the tower.
Oh, okay. We got
So the
that.
open
okay.
door
Okay.
is on the other. Is on.
Great. Let's go through the open door. Carefully.
Yeah, agreed.
As in
Can we park this bad boy down here and hop?
as in stealth checks.
You guys can make stealth checks, and I'll be the distraction. Because
Uh,
big boy Armand and his.
All right. Let me give you.
I'm good at being stealthy.
Let me give you some setup.
Okay.
North side of the tower,
Yes.
where it is leaning towards,
Okay.
is where the balloon is hanging off of.
Okay.
Yes.
South side of the tower is where the door is.
And how
And we are on the
far
west
up
side?
You
is
you
the
came
balloon?
from the west.
is
Yes.
the balloon? How far up?
20 feet up.
I mean, here.
We should go in the tower.
I mean, we could get the balloon first.
I vote tower. We're not going in the tower. I'm going to go south side.
So
Yep.
What's the point of getting the... Okay. And
Sometimes the
So-
indirect path is the most direct path.
Where do you approach the tower from?
South side.
South side.
So I
South-
want to
south
wrap
end.
around to the south end.
Yeah. Although, can we be able to reach up there? If it's leaning that way, how far off the ground is it?
We'll figure something out.
So, sorry, I missed. Where is one of you a bit of ahead, or are you
I
all
probably
sort
a
of tripping
few
together?
steps
He's
ahead.
in the rough terrain,
I'm-
and we're all still riding.
I'm back. I was like, if he's going in, I'm back on his shoulder.
I
Okay.
mean,
The
I'm
floor is
on
on
I'm on the, until we get to like a point of trespass, like where I can't maneuver the snail in,
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna sort of like hitch him and be like, enjoy some black thorns. Don't hurt yourself. I'll be back in a
We'll be
minute.
back, Stumpy.
I'll be right back.
So as you comfort Stumpy,
Mm-hmm.
you hear a psst, you there, I need your help, coming from the basket dangling up on the top of the tower.
I look up. What do I
Um,
see?
Startled.
You see the basket.
You have to do the motion.
She doesn't fall off. She like
but
just
you have to-
attack like to
Oh,
Armand's
no, you
face.
gotta do the thing.
No, I
I pick Wei Feng
Oh,
up
you're
the scruff and put her back on my shoulder.
I'm sorry, I was scared.
You could just let me see.
It's like this, like when a child gets all the other. Okay.
Okay.
You just sort of do a like.
Yeah.
I look up. What do I see?
You see the bottom of the balloon, the mess of
I don't see the voice.
no.
Oh.
It's probably in the basket.
Hello. Can you show your face?
Shh.
Can you show your face?
No.
Stage whisper.
I'm in a bit of a bind. As you can observe, Sir Talavar, is one of the Summer Queen's loyal servants.
I don't observe anything.
Yeah.
Ask
we
that
can't
you
see.
free me. You see, I was in the midst of a daring escape from the vile Bavlorna Brightstraw,
Oh.
when our balloon was set upon by an ill wind and sent plummeting in its current unfortunate location.
Insight.
Can you fly up there and stay at a safe distance to see if he's actually...
My pilot, the Honorable Wigglewog, did not survive. I've been trapped up here for a while now. Help me. I must tell the Queen of the fall of Prismet.
Insight.
Roll insight.
Because I can't tell if he's evil
19.
unless I can see him.
Oh.
This individual is of noble and forthright intent. This is entirely truthful.
Doesn't mean he's not evil.
I think it's okay, but he said he's a loyal person to the queen, and we're trying to help the queen.
No, I... can you fly up on my stated distance to see if he's telling the truth?
Yeah. So I kind of float up the 20 feet and sort of like peer in, like I like peer above and into the basket. Like I'm not touching the basket, and I'm trying to stay like a reasonable distance away.
flying over here.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to be
down
like,
into
yeah,
the
looking
light.
down into the basket with Wesley.
You see,
Oh, 2 bucks.
you see Sir Talavar, the fairy dragon.
The fairy oh goodness!
Heidi,
That does not fit the basket. He's
that's your cousin. Met your
Kind of
cousin.
both of their cousins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
met your cousin.
The fairy dragon.
It's a mix.
Does he recognize me as like a fae and be like, oh,
There's a
you're
little
like
sword.
That is very cute.
Make sure the sword goes
I
in
was
his.
gonna say a very unhappy sword.
Make sure the sword goes in his belt.
Whiskey sword. Whiskey sword.
That's the best of the stuff.
That's so cute.
If he's a fairy dragon, does he help fairies?
No, he is the
just is
fairy
a-
dragon is a type of dragon,
Okay.
which you would likely know.
Yeah. I go. With your wings.
No, okay, so you see him, but also
Yeah.
We have a-
you see him trapped
Could tell if it was a
in
whisker
a.
or a string, but there's only one of
in
them.
a cage.
So I'm like, maybe not.
He is
This
in.
should be
It doesn't say
Trapped in a
where it is.
cage.
It's he's in a bird cage, a golden bird cage.
Is he little?
Yes,
Oh,
he is.
he
He
is.
is. He
Oh,
is
because
tiny.
he's a fairy dragon? So they're
Yes.
small?
Yes.
So he really
yes,
can't
yes.
show us. See?
An enchanted silver. Well, you don't know it's enchanted, but yeah, it's a silver bird cage,
I've got.
and he is trapped
Shears
within it.
mounds.
Yeah, at the bottom of the basket, a silver bird cage lies on its side with Sir Talavar inside. He's a violet fairy dragon.
Also, upon hearing someone not named these people, I turned back into Gaston.
Excellent.
Can you tell me what this thing is on his neck?
It's a
A
pendant.
necklace.
It's a necklace.
It's just a necklace.
How big is the? It's just a bird cage, so like you could.
Yeah, so
grab it. You
he's
can grab it.
small.
Yeah, he's a tiny
There you go.
size.
Bring him down.
Smaller than me.
Feel free to set him up there or whatever.
I'm not. There's too many things going on over here, sir. You don't have that much map space.
Okay.
Um,
But yeah, he sort of gives you a little with his little tiny gauntleted gloves.
oh,
That's why they're gray, because they're actually his gauntlets.
I did not.
so I flit
He's
over,
actually a very dashing individual. Let me pass you there.
I was gonna say
Flit over
the
to him
eye. There's
and
the
see
eye.
if I can pick up the cage. Like, is he heavy?
Uh,
How much does it weigh?
No, you can actually pick it up, and it is not heavy at all. You're a small size, and he is a diminutive, tiny size. So
Okay.
like he's probably actually that big in real life.
Are all of his companions around him dead?
Yeah, you
He
see.
said his pilot.
You see an unfortunately deceased bullywug, which is a frog-like individual, and he says, "Yes, that is the Honorable Willywug. He will be dearly missed."
Willywog the Bullywug is dead?
Yes. Welcome to Fairyland, bro. As if the Witchlight Carnival wasn't a start. Come on.
And it's 20 feet.
Come on.
Do you think you and I, if we have, is it just caught on the edge of the tower, like the string?
Yeah.
Or something?
But before we get too much farther with that, I would like everyone to make stealth checks.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm sure it's fine.
I am in the basket.
7.
This is the
She said that's a.
This is a very
I rolled a
polished-
2.
So
I also rolled a
For you
2,
to pass
but
that
there's a
around.
0 at the back of mine.
Oh,
Why, Nate?
I have a +5.
Why?
Just very dashing.
Nate, get some fucking new dice.
I rolled a 20 this time. It's boom or bust today.
with the mustache.
Mustache. I got a 17.
17, what else? Hell yeah.
Gaston is very sneaky with a natural 20, making 21.
Ooh, nice. And
A 13 with disadvantage.
nice. Let me see here.
I have a
Are you too
+5 to
big?
stealth.
No, he's in
Scale
rough
down.
term.
Oh.
Scale 2.
All right.
+5 to stealth. I rolled a 2.
Plus 2.
Just do
I'm gonna start rolling the other
I'm
dice.
not the
we
same
can't-
kind of ranger that we're normally used to.
No, you don't have a pet or anything. What?
I guess
we're
so.
still level
Give me a
1.
couple, give me a couple levels.
Yeah, I can
So
see
like
it.
instead of stealthing, she goes, "Oh my god, that little trap is so cute."
Just directly giving it.
Is this what everyone says when they look at me?
This is the creature that's dead.
Oh, I like that one. He's lumpy.
The lumpier one. That's an exceedingly cool.
For a second, I thought you were going to insert the picture into your notes.
I mean, it can.
Yeah. That's what I thought was happening.
Oh. Huh. All right. Well, let's do another round of rolls. Give me perception checks.
Oh, okay.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's working a different way. You guys were respecting the
Dirty 20.
hell yeah.
11.
I know what's going on.
That's fine. Yeah.
13.
All right.
Roll a perception.
Perception.
Yeah. The persnickety.
Ooh, I am not. That's a 2.
Hell yeah. But that's fine. Wei, Feng,
Yes.
with your heightened sense of awareness, you notice 2 large constrictors coiled in the brambles in front of the front door. They're sleeping. You have not yet awoken them with your traipsing and squawking.
Yeah.
But that's probably why Sir Talavar was telling y'all to hush.
Okay. Because I'm still upon my steed.
Hmm.
Oh, there's constrictors sleeping by the door.
There's construction going on.
There's 2 constrictors. Like cracking. There's 2 constrictors by the door. They're sleeping.
There's 2 conscripts on the floor.
Oh my god.
Do we need to have her roll for laughing?
Wait, is there not a mini for him?
Oh,
Or we don't have
That's
it?
his mini.
when I see
No,
him,
that's not. No, there's
It is
There
now.
is somewhere.
when I see him, I detect evil or divine sense. Sorry,
The snakes or the fairy
anything
dragon?
within 60 feet.
Well, you're gonna need to
or a little far.
Actually, no. If
Pythagorean theorem.
Celestial fiend undead.
Celestial fiend undead.
Yeah.
Uh,
Within 60 feet.
None of those ping within 60 feet, nor evil. But Sir Talavar is good.
Good dragon.
So I now that I can like see the snakes, I go, do you want me just to bring you down? Is that okay?
Well, I guess better here than as a buffet item, but
Can't you just open your cage?
I don't have a lock. I have a key.
It's a cage. I mean, it's small. How hard could it be to just bend it? Gold is really malleable.
it's silver. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I
yeah.
thought it was gold.
No, but still.
Silver is also pretty
So
malleable.
do you pull the cage down?
Yeah, I bring the cage down to like Armand and Feng, and I'm like, open.
Good day.
You are quite small.
It's never bothered me before.
You're smaller than me.
Why are you in the cage?
Oh, because I am an enemy to the powers that be currently. Bevlorna Blightstraw
That makes sense.
set me within this enchanted cage to stifle my abilities.
And
Oh, it's enchanted.
and your friend the pilot was flying you here?
Yes, he noble fellow. He tried to help me escape, but unfortunately
But he did not let you out of the cage.
he could not. And he taps at the little padlock
Uh-huh.
on the cage. He's like, "It's all magic, and we don't have the key."
I don't have any magic.
No.
I don't have any keys.
A goblin named Jingle Jangle has the key to my
makes
birthday.
sense.
She lives atop Telemy Hill, not too far from here. Further east.
A goblin named Jingle Jangle
Indeed.
has the key,
Yes, she does.
and
And
She
in
was
the
where?
middle.
Telemy Hill.
Telling me Hill.
If you,
Is
if you-
that
That's
the hill with the
that's
feet?
the east.
yes. Well, typically that's where it is. It does move around a bit.
That is east.
I wanted to go to the hill with the feet.
That's telling me.
Can you tickle the feet?
I wouldn't recommend it because usually you'd have to be under it and then it would crush you.
I'm not gonna touch the ground here.
What is
No, fair.
what is in the tower?
So, yeah.
In the tower? I don't know. I've not been in the tower before. Not recently anyway.
But there's snakes, so if there's snakes
Well-
burning.
Oh, they
and
were
then
here for
there's-
me,
Oh, and
but they're rather lazy, so they didn't want to mess with the brambles.
but if there's brambles, that means maybe something's inside being protected.
I
Okay.
mean, how strong are you?
not very.
Like, not very as in. I mean, can you fly us up? To,
No.
No.
No, my size is small, so I can't lift.
Can you carry 15 pounds? You know how to drive a hot air balloon?
Does that take intelligence, which is at a -2, or wisdom, which is at a +0?
I fly back up to the top of the tower to see if there's like any windows or like doors to go into it.
+2.
Yeah, it doesn't take you long to find an access point that, yeah, if you had gone in and up, you would have found a spiral staircase on the interior wall to an opening in the ceiling for this crenellated roof. But yeah, it appears to just be a tower. There's
Like
nothing within.
I flit through the.
Yeah, you just sort of
like-
buzz through a
yeah.
little ways, and there's nothing of consequence.
Okay. I come like you see her like fly up, dive in, like oh we lost our friend, and then a few minutes later comes out. There's nothing in there
Why is there brambles if there's nothing in there?
because sometimes brambles just grow in places.
Nothing just grows in places in fairyland.
Oh no,
Have
but
you-
they do.
Everything's here to eat you.
Well,
me.
not typically, no.
I think it tastes.
Would you say you're in a bit of a sour mood?
No, she's just paranoid as shit.
So yes, okay.
You sour patch
So
kid.
yes.
She was raised her entire life to be told to never leave the circus because if she left the circus, something would kill her or eat her.
You hear wood creaking and groans nearby.
You're making the brambles upset.
Those little panda ears. Where is she?
Yeah. Sir Talavar's like, young lady. This is your first trip to the Feywild, it
I've
seems.
never been out of the circus. I was born there.
Well, a circus, that explains a couple things. All right, well,
Mhm.
yes. You may start to realize the Feywild reacts to emotions. And so, sort of, if you bring,
This is not helping.
well,
Hyperventilating.
perhaps,
I'm gonna throw her in the brambles.
what is something that brings you joy?
I start petting her. I start petting my thing.
That's nice, thank you. Singing songs with Shiwei-Chu.
I pull out
Is
the
she
wand
way
of
too
dancing
gone?
lights, and in the opposite direction of where the snakes are sleeping, send out some dancing lights. I'm like, look at the pretty lights.
Well, I can't do acrobats anymore because it's away
Also, Tony,
Are you literally rocking her like a baby?
You told me that
I'm sorry.
it gets one use, and
This is just
I
really
wrote something
overwhelming.
special, but didn't. I think you
Okay.
didn't know what the.
Okay,
There's
I'm
something
better. I'm
special.
better. Thank you, Armand. I'm sorry.
Although you're suddenly aware of a preponderance of flies pestering the bunch of you, as you look over at some of the brambles, it's almost as if the bush is grinning in sort of a passive, sort of encouraging way.
Yeah, I get a jungle book. I started smiling.
Like,
So, to the Ptolemy Hill then?
I look at it and we're like, I'm confused if it's happy or if it's menacing.
Yes.
It's got teeth.
Can I cast my druid
Druidcraft.
craft to make a small gust of wind? Make it go poof
You
Yeah.
know what I imagine.
towards the direction of the flies. I'm like trying to like
Yeah.
blow puff them off.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. That sort of shakes them.
I imagined Armand rocking rocking Feng, like that scene in Mulan where they're trying to calm down the little angry one and just chant a little thing and I'm done.
Apparently it's a verbal component, so she just goes, "Give me this Cirrus," and just
Nice.
get like a little poofs of wind.
Nice.
Blow the bugs off. Okay, well, we should quietly leave, just so not to bother this man.
Let's go get Stumpy and go.
Okay.
I start heading back to
Where
Stumpy.
the fuck is that thing?
I don't know where the fuck is this?
Something's supposed to happen with your stupid wand.
Stupid.
Do you remember where you got the wand?
At the fair. At the circus.
Not helpful.
Take
Which game?
12 damage.
I'm a -1.
Yep.
We should have said 22.
True.
Blue mold. Rocks fall.
Yep.
I want these both to be bigger and not bigger. Like I know they make 16s because I want more flavor, but I don't want actually more candy.
You should pour it into a glass and add water.
Okay.
Next time.
Okay.
Pour it in a glass, add water, then you have more.
But
and
no.
you have all the flavor.
Who gave you this wand?
No more.
Where
Did you
did it
steal
come-
the wand?
No, he did not steal.
Did you
the wand.
steal the wand?
I have to write that down if he steals a wand.
Some hot hot.
Damn it, Nate, stuck my head now.
Where'd you get a wand?
What?
I'm on
Oh yes, as a D&D thing, we have to reference running up the hill. I have to change that
That's
song.
not how it goes.
I have to-
I know.
I
It
have
switched to Mozart.
no idea. I have no idea what's going on.
How
How what? Yep, there it goes. There it goes. It's gone. It's gone.
Kate?
Bush.
Kate Bush, how familiar with you are how familiar
Not.
are you with the current memes with the Kate Bush song "Running Up That Hill"?
It's a Stranger Things reference.
It's a wand of dancing lights.
I watched Stranger Things.
The
The
newest
most recent one? Okay.
I
So
watched
there's a
the
song-
episode, and in the part where the song was on,
Yes.
I was not listening to the song. So everybody
Okay.
blew up about this song. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so
That's-
yes, I
everyone's
understand
using the
Kate
Kate Bush song
Kate Bush song.
as like a basic, just a basic meme now because it's suddenly popular, and so like apparently there's a D&D reference because of Stranger Things with that
Yes.
specific song. So we have mentioned it, Kate Bush.
Give us our money.
Give her our money.
No, no. Give us our money.
She also sings a song about Worthington Heights.
Except that it doesn't sound like we're like Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, it's,
Found
when
it.
she says Wuthering Heights, it doesn't sound like she's saying Wuthering Heights.
No, because it sounds like Worthington.
your consolation prize for participating in the snail race.
Oh.
There you go.
All right, so you cast dancing lights once with the wand, right? And as you wiggle the dancing lights in an attempt to calm Weifeng, once the lights dissipate, it sort of makes a little noise and turns into a tulip.
Now Wei Feng is giggling.
And I can't.
Oh, and she eats it.
So, what are the brambles doing now that she's giggling?
Oh, the brambles still appear to be smiling, but now there
Most
are
menacingly?
bird song, and crickets chirping merrily nearby.
Okay.
Stop being so happy. You're gonna wake the snakes.
It sort of fits in with
Oh,
the
okay,
general.
okay.
It is, yeah. You know, it's when you notice it, and you're like, "Damn, nature, you lovely." You know?
What's up, lovely?
I see you.
I hear you.
All right, to Stumpy.
Yes, you all arrange yourselves to Stumpy.
Yeah.
I take some of the ferns that I gathered, and I hand it to
Mhm.
Stumpy. I go, good Stumpy.
Stumpy is a good snail.
A sticky slurp follows the application of some of the leaves,
Another round.
and he is indeed. And you make your way to the east.
Make it away.
Look, you Seagull.
Every time.
Every time.
From the silver cage, you go. Well, I've introduced myself. Who might all of you be?
Are you gonna eat me?
It would take a while.
That was not a no.
She jumped from Stumpy back to Armand.
No, young lady. No. You're not on my my natural food chain.
my dietary needs.
No.
Do
I
you
was
eat
like-
fern leaves? And I hold the fern leaves up towards Stumpy's back.
No, not those either. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I'm Atropa. Hi.
Oh, Ms. Atropa, lovely.
You're a fairy dragon.
I am indeed, and you're a fairy. Yes.
I'm aware.
I don't know. That's just who we are.
Thanks.
I'm
That's-
Wei Feng.
A pleasure to meet you.
She's scared of everything.
Oh, everything out here.
Everything.
It's never bad to be cautious.
Overly cautious.
Yeah, this is why I didn't qualify it.
That's Armand.
Hi.
Oh yeah, good strapping young lad. Mm.
He's my friend.
Good. It's good to have friends.
That's Manny.
Manny. Ah yes.
Manny
Strong name.
Manderson.
Manny Manders, you know, yeah.
Like Andy Anderson?
Yes.
But
Yes.
instead,
We're here to help, I think.
Oh, you're here to help free Queen Zabilna?
Yes?
Yes.
Oh,
You said-
indeed.
You said you were on your way to tell her that Prismir was lost.
Yes, quite. Well, as you can see, here we are.
How long has that been?
Oh, some time. This land was not like this long ago. No, I was on an emissary mission to the Sealy Court, and then I returned to see what was going on, and slapdash, I was captured by that abominable Blightstraw, and here I am, adrift in a land unfamiliar yet my own.
If we get you out of the cage, will you tell us how to get to Blightstraw?
Oh, I'll tell you how to get to Blightstraw right now. Cage be damned. Begging my pardon. Sorry, I just got excited. Oh no, yes. She lives in a.
I swear.
He was very excited. Yeah. He's like, Pavlona lives in a spooky cottage on stilts at the heart of Downfall. There's a town to the north.
I just
To the northwest. A bullywug settlement. That's where me and the poor recently deceased Wigglewog came from. Most recently.
I feel like we shouldn't have left him in there. That's sad.
Oh, he would have wanted it that way. At least I'm pretty sure. Anyway,
I mean, we'll have a funeral for him when we take over, when we commandeer.
when a soldier dies in battle, for he had the heart of a warrior, you know, it's where you lay sometimes. And it's all right. The swamp will reclaim him at some point. It's
We could actually
The
put
way
him
of things.
underneath the feet of the hill, so when they sit down, it turns out.
When the drakes are weak when they're born, they get eaten by their siblings. It's the same.
ah yes.
Okay.
Sorry, the bully.
Life begets life.
The Bullywug settlement Downfall.
Downfall.
Yes, it's there on the map.
I've never met another
Yeah,
one
it's
like
a-
me,
it's
maybe
okay.
because I
It's
hate
on
them.
The Bullywugs of Downfall are quite courteous and
top
welcoming,
left.
provided one does not offend them. I got along quite well there, as you might imagine. I would recommend a similar approach unless you're going in heavy and ruckus. But a little courtesy can go a long way in Downfall.
Does
So
is
we-
Blightstraw not courteous or is courteous?
Well, she's the one in charge,
We
so
are
she can be the
still by
least courteous of
the
anyone.
Leaning Tower of Pisa.
So we're going to go through the downfall to get to the spooky cottage.
Or are we letting him out first?
The spooky cottage is in Downfall.
Oh, the spooky cottage is in
Yes,
downfall.
yes.
No,
Okay.
but I thought we were going to the
We're going to the
foothill.
No, we are going to the after we let him out. Then we're going to the
Oh,
downfall.
And that's where Isabella is supposed to live.
Yes, yes. Well, I have pressing business at the palace, but
The
Well, why don't we
palace.
just come get
Yes.
these keys that are up here?
Where's that?
this is to the north. That's where Queen Zabilna holds court. I imagine something happened, so I don't know what to expect when I get there. But
She's dead.
because
There
if
is a
she was
palace.
still in
It's
power
not a castle.
of her full capacity, it wouldn't be like this.
Do we
He gestures vaguely to everything.
know what happened to Sibylla or no?
You just know she is trapped.
Okay, I was about to say it was like she's.
Do you think she's trapped in the tower?
I mean, I don't think he knows anything
You
except.
think one
He
of
said
those
she was
monkeys?
trapped.
In what
In-
tower?
In Downfall, I thought.
In the
right?
palace.
In the palace. I don't know, but the palace is the seat of her power, so that's where I'm going to start.
Okay, well,
If you didn't want
let's.
someone to have power, why would you keep them at their seat?
Maybe
That's how
something
they
to do
get
with the
their
fact that she
power.
keeps the realm together, like magically. Her presence
so
is
if
what.
she leaves her seat, then everything dies?
There's something to that effect. I've heard of that sort of thing happening, so I imagine it might apply here.
I hope it's comfortable. It's not very fair.
If you're held in a magical stasis or something like that, I imagine that's kind of what I expect. But
Okay.
yeah,
Stasis.
like asleep, not dead, but not alive.
Okay.
Um,
Wayfang is gonna reach out, or really reach out and sniff
at what?
the dragon.
Oh. Is it supposed to smell like something?
That's what Wayfang is trying to figure out.
Quality?
Sorry, what?
Wei Feng is sniffing a dragon.
Oh, you're trying to sniff him through the bars. Oh, and slight nosebleed on that. He doesn't serve Zybilna.
Okay.
He serves the Summer Queen.
Right.
And so once he gets out, he's going to return to the Summer Queen to let him know that Zybilna is not in power currently.
Okay.
Understood.
Yeah. You try and get a sniff for him. What are you trying to? You're just trying to see what he smells like.
Well, I trust things that smell like the incense.
You get a 0 reading.
And I'm looking for more of them, so
He's a comforting smell. He's a good smell. He's not. It's
Washes.
it's neutral. Yeah, but he does not smell explicitly of the
what I'm looking for.
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
A tickle in your brain tells you that it's somewhere near, sort of. You're on the right path for it.
Okay.
That phantom aroma.
Oh yeah, what did you lose?
My ability to be creative and acrobatic.
Did you have something stolen though, or no?
A rattle.
Right.
That was a baby.
Just a baby.
So yeah,
Okay.
you guys are you guys are still heading east though towards Tillamy Hill.
Tellamy Hill.
Yes.
To Tellamy Hill. To Tellamy Hill.
All right.
The hill with the feet.
I still want to take this. I still want to take this.
To get the what?
I'm in.
The what's it called?
The balloon?
Yeah.
Apparently
Had a
it's a
hole in it.
tomb now.
What?
Apparently it's a tomb now.
No, we can find out. We'll bury him. He is not. I want to run.
I felt bad for leaving a dead thing's rotting corpse in a balloon. They're
Oh.
like, nah, leave him there. Well, it's a tomb now. No, we'll move him.
We're coming back for it. Because we're riding. I just want the record to show that we are riding a snail for
Tellamy Hill.
my math says
Tellamy Hill.
As you trek along, you see
3
more
miles.
rough-hewn stone circles, anywhere from 10 to 30 feet above ground level, sort of like various sized Mario pipes, but stone rings. And yeah, well, they're wells. They burble water. Some of them have no water. And with sort of a exhaustive disgust, one nearby goes, and you see water start to bubble out of several of them at a time, and the water table in the area begins to rise slowly but surely.
Like, just so we take the snail, 12 miles,
Yeah.
20 feet around.
It sounds faster than a balloon with a hole in it.
I mean,
That's fair. That's fair.
That's a big hole.
I'm just saying.
It's crashed. Do you have a patch? A big leather patch?
I don't. But I just
The
want
hill might.
Hmm?
The hill might, and then we can bring it back.
True.
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
can
saying.
and then
I'm,
knock it.
I'm riding along, but as we're riding along.
Shiwei
it's
Chu is
fine.
very good at mending. I
The
wish she
20
was
feet is
here.
faster than walking.
So
That is true.
while we're riding the
Flying.
snail along, Tony,
Yes.
If it did not have a hole in it.
I would like to play my bird pipe, and I'm going to turn to Feng and be like, "Can you teach me one of the songs that you used to sing?"
You can do that.
Okay. And I have Wei Feng teach me one of the songs so she can sing it and I can play it on the pipes
Lovely.
while we travel.
Lovely. Beautiful.
Does Sir Calabar know what these wells are? I'm asking. So what's up with the bubbling and the water rising and falling, and
It wants to eat you.
it wants to eat me?
And me.
He winks, and he's like,
Yes, he does.
you're a very large snack.
You're a whole meal.
I have not been told that before.
Oh, really? Strapping young
Honey,
man as
you're not a
yourself?
snack. You a whole meal.
Yeah.
Think you're a bowl of oatmeal. You look like you ate 112 cupcakes.
Thank you.
I wish it was 114.
about playing a child, be like, "Hey, Rock Sugar, what you doing?"
So as you travel, the water, the depth becomes 5 feet. So atop Stumpy, he is unfazed. Stumpy glides through the squelch without issue. Creatures without a swim speed move at half speed through the water. But otherwise,
Seen this before.
it's that's what it is. Yeah.
I look at the dragon. Why is the water rising?
Yeah, no, he's like, oh yes, we will. Oh, as I heard while during my time in Downfall. Yeah, these are wells.
Oh.
Yes, they're magic wells scattered throughout hither.
I have seen them.
Well, they were here before, actually. The original builders, long forgotten. In the days when Zabilda ruled over the domain, they served as gathering places where the fey creatures bartered and shared gossip. But as of now, the wells are corrupted, so the vile water burbles up to saturate hither and transform it into a festering swamp. They fluctuate between spewing out the foul water and drinking it back in, such that the landscape changes from a flooded marsh to a muddy morass at irregular intervals.
Kind of like ocean times?
Yeah, but entirely random.
Okay.
It is quite unpleasant.
It looks it.
There's something or other about will-o-wisps that are the drowned creatures when the swamp was created, haunting the wells, and it's all rather tragic.
Okay.
As you make your way a little further away from the brambles in the tower, you
By the way, Wei Feng's song is in Abyssal
nice.
Okay.
because
Yeah.
Shi Wei Chu.
Hello.
I was petting her and everything was nice, and she laid down. I kept having to I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Use the word.
You're so cute when you fall on the ground.
So, in a particularly mist-veiled field of tall swamp grass dotted with clusters of cattails, you hear rustling in the vegetation ahead of you.
Wait, am I still in 5 feet of water?
Yeah.
Okay.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
So that's like chest deep. Yeah.
Yep.
I draw my wet sword.
I was like, do we toss you a rope?
No.
Perception?
Then you can just swim. You
Sure.
can just hold on and you don't even have to walk.
I feel like I'd be even slower.
Yeah, but then you just
22.
hang on.
What do I perceive?
Well, after
we
a
have
moment
to
or
be a big
two, you all perceive 6 humanoid creatures on stilts.
These fuckers. Oh no, different.
Stilt Walkers. Go ahead and pass them around.
Oh hey. You're a creep.
The stilts allow these creatures to move more easily through the muck and stay above the water. They have a move speed. The Stilt Walkers advance. You recognize them as hobgoblins, who are wearing patchwork rags and furs. Strapped to the back of each Stilt Walker is a wire cage padded with straw and filled with an assortment of eggs of various sizes and colors. You see a couple still sort of looking around the swamp as if looking for something.
Do they have the weird thing on their face that's in that photo? Like,
Yeah,
it looks like
it's a veil,
Veil.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do any of the eggs look like
Oh, that's terrifying.
drake eggs?
I think it's really cool. Wei Fang is gonna flip that.
Perception check.
17.
No.
Not like bird eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
I turn to Sir Talavera. I'm like, what are those?
He's like, oh yes, the Stilt Walkers.
Are they dangerous?
No, not particularly. They're foraging.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't engage with them, they will just sort of regard you,
Disregard you?
keep moving along and away.
As we start to pass him, he kind of goes the other way. I go, "It's telling me he'll still this way," and I point towards the direction we're going.
One of them sort of stops, and you say that in common?
Yes.
Okay. And one of them sort of stops mid-tilt, and they look back, and they're like, yeah. should still be west. And sort of, sorry,
Oh, yeah.
to the east, yeah.
I said,
And-
have an excellent day.
In kind of a weird accent, and the one of it looks at you and goes,
What do you do?
You have an excellent day.
Oh.
it's like,
Because they have eggs.
it's like, so long, yeah. I hope you never get tired of your yolks. It's,
That was good.
as the stilts slap into the water through the mud.
How big are these eggs? Are they just like
They're a variety of
ostrich
sizes.
size? Or
They range from like robin to like almost
Ostrich.
ostrich, yeah.
Oh, okay.
More typically sort of like
Chicken?
large chicken,
bird
small,
eggs, small
yeah.
bird eggs, tree bird eggs, nestings.
They appear to be a mixture of reptile and bird.
Okay.
Although, do you want those stilts? I'm gonna need to borrow those for a second.
Yeah.
You got
We're just gonna commandeer those
got an
real
extra
quick.
pair?
I will continue to suffer as
Yep.
we keep going.
Betrothing.
DM.
Yes.
So I haven't been role playing that Wei Feng still has her quarterstaff with bamboo.
Yeah.
Can we say it collapses and fits in her bag?
Because it would be like too large or something for you to like have.
It's a regular quarterstaff.
No,
Oh.
but you can dangle it off of Stumpy or what have you.
Okay.
It shouldn't be a problem to manipulate. Yeah, no.
Okay.
You're a pro. You can manipulate it.
I know, but I've been like, hanging on you and not.
Was it collapsible?
I'm asking if it
It
can.
wasn't. No, it's a big stick of wood.
Yeah, it's just a pole of bamboo.
Yeah.
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 Well, just nosebleed. It's been following.
And if anything, he can just like jab it into the mud.
Yeah,
to
that'd be
make sure
actually more useful.
Yeah.
than-
There you go,
than
he's
walking
up.
stick.
Yeah. So yeah.
Make sure I don't fall in that quicksand.
Yeah, you can borrow my bamboo.
Sorrow. Carry my stuff.
As
Myself
Well,
included.
I mean, he's carrying me, and anything I'm carrying is, he's carrying it too.
right?
So,
Where are you going? What are you doing?
I'm checking to see if I have visual aids. No. Okay. That's fine. All right. It's good. It's good.
away.
All right. Cheez-Its. What?
Oh, apparently. Oh no, that's what I'm fishing in. I'm like, I don't have that.
Okay, cool. All right, so you pass through another a bank of mist, several hours later through your travel. Was it 12 miles? Was what you calculated?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a good ride.
That's a short rest.
That's a.
And you've been it's
That's
definitely a short rest.
Walk.
Um,
Maybe a long rest.
You've
Walk 10 minutes.
you all are actually pretty tired because you've been up all night, plus now
Partying.
a day of
I'm having flashbacks.
of
We're
travel.
Full of cake.
Yeah.
This week.
I feel like I've done this before.
But you're greeted by the scent of sweet-smelling fruit. Damp, downy, silvery green moss blankets a gentle upward slope before giving away to a craggy ridge that marks the top of a hill. Dozens of enormous willow trees dot the hillside, swaying as though in a breeze, despite the absence of one. You've arrived at Telemy Hill.
Did we have to walk through 5 feet of water the whole time? Or was that
Or-
kind of off and on?
You did have to walk through it for a significant amount of time,
Okay.
but after a while, you heard a large sucking noise,
Okay.
which sort of startled you all. But then, little by little, the water started to dissipate back
That was your
out.
ASMR.
Sorry, did you explain? Is this is it on feet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has feet.
So how far up is the hill?
Well, that's an excellent question because we'll have to find out next time in the next session of Twixt, a Witch, and a Light Place, our While Beyond the Witchlight game. Also, between the time you were sucked into the portal and this time, you leveled!
Yay!
We can do things! And as always, we like to thank Yev, Nomad, Doomsayer, and BACKBLAZE for making this all happen, as well as these lovely people for sitting here playing pretend with me, and you lovely people for coming out watching, coming out hanging out. Like and subscribe and all the other things because the algorithm needs the input to keep us happening. So please do that, and we'll see you next session.
And thank you to our fearless leader, Tony, for running this session.
What's up with our shenanigans?
Absolutely.
It's mutual.
Mutual shenanigans.
And someone's yokes.
Uh-huh.
That was off the top, too. I was very impressed.